is up, you animals? It's your boy Hype, bringing you another video on the Animal 6 Gaming channel, and I got a Destiny Nightfall solo for you guys. Shout out to Mick Kicks, left a comment, and we'll go back to playing Destiny Nightfalls, and here it is, your request. And I just want to touch base on that for a minute, man. Kind of like what happened with that, why I wasn't uploading Destiny Nightfalls, and yeah, one of the reasons is, you know, they took the burn away from primaries, which just made the Nightfalls not really harder, just take more time consuming. Plus the game has been out for quite some time now, so I really didn't think anybody was interested in really watching them anymore, I guess, you know, and that's more or less my bad in thinking what you guys are thinking because of what I thought by it, you know. So I don't know, you know, I don't really want to put content out there just to put content out there, you know. I want to put stuff that you guys want to see, and, you know, apparently there's still at least one person out there that wants to see it, so McKicks, it's for you, my dude. So here we go, I'm going into this one. Here's all the weapons I'm using. Got the Oversoul, and the arc damage is the damage of choice this week, which I wish I would have got my Fatebringer a little bit sooner there. Would have been great going back in with that thing, just like the good old days. But didn't get it yet, so this is what I'm using, and I'm going to be going in there. I'm solo, so I'm going to be going in there with my Warlock. And another reason why I kind of drifted away from the Nightfalls is because, like, year one, and possibly even partly in the year two, the Nightfalls solo, to me anyway, was more of a challenge, because if you died, you were done. That was it. You know, you'd have to start all the way back. Now you start back at a checkpoint, so it's really not, you know, for me, quite what it was. But this isn't about me. We're a bunch of animals out there. This part I left it in there, because look at that guy, man. He got ripped. See you, buddy. So right when you spawn in, you're just going to want to run straight right till you get to this first enemy encounter right here, and it was weird. I haven't played this in such a long time, and it was just coming back to me. It's coming back to me like I played it yesterday. So right when you get in, this first area right here, this is going to be your safe spot. So I'm going to run up just to get the enemies to spawn out, and then run like a little bitch. Head right back to where I came from. Tuck into this corner right here. And as I'm here, I'm just going to slowly step out, peek, taking out some of the enemies, and then head back for cover if you're starting to get hit. And that's it. It's just pop out, peek, kill a couple enemies, hop back in for cover. Same thing, rinse and repeat. Now once you have all the enemies right here in the middle cleared out, the first servitor is going to spawn in one of two places. He's either going to spawn in the door to the right, which he does here, or he's going to spawn straight ahead where I'm shooting at. You'll see through like the little window opening area, whatever you want to call it. He'll spawn there. But it kind of works the same for both. You're going to want to clear out all these ads right here in the middle first. Once you're done clearing them out and you don't see any more coming out and spawning in or running out in the middle, then you're kind of safe to move about out there. As you do, you can look over to the right, and if the servitor comes to the right, you can clear out that room from here, from this room. You don't need to push out. But if they spawns in the room straight ahead of you, you're going to need to push out there a little bit into the map to get that first servitor. But after you kill that servitor, come right back to this point where I am at right now, because another wave of enemies are about to spawn in, and if you're solo, or even if you're with a team, you don't really want to get caught in there and all that chaos. You know, they'll come up there, they'll knife you, they'll melee you, you'll die pretty much instantly, especially if they have the arc knives. So you kind of want to stay in this area. This is your safe zone. You got plenty of cover. The enemies do not push. Every now and then you may get a drag that'll push through that doorway, but that's rare. So for the most part, the enemies are going to stay out there, and you just peek. Now right after I take out this first servitor, I'm just going to jump ahead to the next part, because it's the same thing the whole time. Me just standing in this doorway, taking the enemies out one by one. Now after you clear out the third servitor, you're going to want to come up to these steps, and you're just going to hop up onto this door jam, unless you jump all the way up there with the Titan. Once you hop up there, you hop in through this window and just skip that next little area, so you don't have to worry about all those enemies in there. Now the next kind of main part, I skipped through a couple little enemies there, some falling in the hallway and some Vex. The next main part, you're going to come down these steps and you're going to see the herpes, and you do not want to catch the herpes, so, you know, make sure you're very well protected there. But after you clear them out, I like to come out to the right side here, take out all these Vex that are over here to the right. After the goblins are cleared out, I'm going to switch to my sniper. There's going to be 2 snipers out on the rock, which you'll see here. I take them out. And then after you take these 2 snipers out, it's basically the same thing, but on the other side. But less ads, less goblins. I don't know why that first one didn't hit them. I suck. But then you're going to come over to the opposite side. You're going to have a couple Minotaurs down there. You take them out. After the Minotaurs are down, you're going to want to transfer the relic, which is pretty much self-explanatory, so might as well cut that little part out of there. But after you do that and you go down and you step on the plate to start to raise the plate, enemies are going to spawn in. So right as that plate, and you'll hear it, you know, you'll hear like the smoke cloud or whatever the hell you want to call it coming in there. So once that plate starts to raise, just head back over towards the left side, or you could go to the right side, it doesn't really matter, and just clear out all the ads. You really should not have a problem as long as you're not just being too far out in the open and just challenging them all at once. Clear out all the ads, and then after you do that, then you can go safely with no worries, raise that plate the rest of the way, which you'll see here in a moment. I bring out my machine gun there, clear out most of the ads, and you'll see I'm barely getting hit where I'm at, so you really shouldn't have a problem. If you were with a fire team, these guys would just be able to rip right through them all. But once that's complete, you're going to raise up the plate, which will then open up whatever you want, that is the gate. You have a few goblins on the other side that'll pop out. Take them out, should be no problem. Now, once you do that, this part I actually had to step away, went AFK for a little bit. I had to, it was kind of important, so I ended up dying, but whatever, no big deal. As I said, now the nightfalls aren't really what they were because there's checkpoints. So you're just going to come to the spot, clear out all the ads, and then we're going to get on to the final baby Templar, whatever, gatekeeper, whatever he is. The Nexus. Same shit, different story, different name, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to clear these out, and then we're going to go to the old cheese. And I know some of you may be thinking, how the hell does this cheese work? Well, you know, it ain't easy being cheesy. Nah, that was cheesy, but we're going to hop up onto this rock right over here as you jump down this from the top, go to the left, hop up on the corner of this rock. And then we're going to hop up. Now, there is an occasion where you will have to, the Nexus, he will have this overshield around him, and you have to use the relic to drop a shield. Yeah, that would be a different situation, but this time around, it wasn't like that. You do get marked by the void, but if you're in here with a full fire team, or if you have self-res, which I don't even really think you need it, I end up having to use it, but if you go back here, don't even worry about the mark of the void. Just make sure you got your full sniper ammo ready to go, and make sure you're not waiting on a cooldown. So that's key. That's key. Make sure you have full sniper rounds ready to go, and make sure your cooldown, you're not waiting on a cooldown. And then once you clear out a couple of the Minotaurs, which you'll see here, it's going to spawn in the Nexus. Now, if you were back here with a fire team, you would probably instantly drop that Nexus without even getting marked by the void, because I take them out pretty fast, and I miss a lot of the crit shots, and I take them out pretty quickly, just one person. I am 400. The sniper that I'm using is the X, is it the X Machine or something like that? Machinima, it's the X, it's the one from the raid. So, here you go, he's down, boom, hitting him up in the crit. But right here, for whatever reason, he goes behind this pole, which that's kind of rare. He shouldn't do that, and that kind of really messes with my my crit hits. That's one of the reasons why I end up having to use self-res. See, right there, missed a shot, and right here, can't get a clean shot on him. And also, I still have to use a synthesis, but I am 100% confident that, you know, if you land all your shots, you should have no problem taking him down. But me, I was unfortunate, but fortunate enough to have the self-res. So even if you have self-res on deck, then you have no reason to worry about none of that anyway. But you'll see, marked by the void. Wasn't really too much I could do about that. Hit the self-res, right back in action. A few more shots here and he's going to drop. Boom. He's gone. So like I said, I'm 100% confident if you were solo and you didn't have self-res, but if you hit the majority of your crits, you would have no problem taking it out. But that's it. He's down solo. The Nightfall solo again. Shout out to Mick Kicks. Gonna see what I get here, and you know I've never been the luckiest guy in Destiny, but that's gonna about wrap it up for me in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit that like button. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, Animals, it's your boy Hype. We out.